Okay, it's vlog 13. This is part 3. This original idea of doing vlogging was supposed to be only one, but here we go. I'm going to look at music in this part 3, and maybe a little bit of movies as well. I'm going through my music collection year by year, as you may know, and I'm up to 2001, and I must make a point that I'm really actually actively listening to these music CDs now. I think previously, unless it really had something stunning going for it, I generally used to listen to music a bit like background music, but now I'm finding new albums with tremendous music on it that previously I had considered to be mundane. So the basic message is, forget multitasking. If you're listening to music, listen to it. Don't do anything else. Start off, You're the One. I'd never listened to this album. Paul Simon, after his escapades with Graceland, this is such a beautiful album. This man continues to write beautiful songs. His style of music is so easy on the ear. He is class personified. I then have to, that was released in 2000, by the way. 2001 started off with a bang. Room with Squares, John Mayall's first serious release, is unquestionably a favourite of mine. It always has been and always will be. The first side, I just can't stop singing along to it. I saw a very short video of Eric Clapton live in Guildford, my own town, a few months ago, and I dipped into Reptile, his 2001 LP. He is just the epitome of class, and this album is a lovely listen. He does a few covers of one is a cover of a song that Smokey Robinson did, although he didn't write it, and he also does a cover of a Stevie Wonder song. This got panned, but I actually think his vocal delivery is extremely good, alongside the blues and alongside that country style. Traveling Light is a J.J. Cale song on it. Amnesiac. This is the bookend to Kid A. There's some strong music on here. It's very mood-like, very electronic, and York's voice becomes more hypnotic the more you hear it. Free All Angels. This is an album by a punk rock band, for want of a better label, called Ash. A tremendous single, Shining Light, which will really get your feet tapping. And then I want to make my last mention. I want to mention the album by the Charlatans called Wonderland. Well, it is wonderful. This band, on their 7th album, Wonderland, are becoming a bit like the Stones. They evolve from album to album, and they are class. I know I've used that word a few times now, but wonderful harmonies, tremendous rhythms, tight band, and great falsetto vocals by Tim Burgess. Okay, that's my little pick of those albums. Finally, in this blog, I want to mention a couple of movies. I've done a review on Tonya, so I won't discuss that, but I watched All the Money in the World. This was a movie directed by Ridley Scott, and was controversial in as much that Kevin Spacey was dropped after the sexual abuse scandal and replaced by Christopher Plummer, who does an extraordinary job as John Paul Getty. It's based on a true event. I recall it clearly, as Getty's mansion was not far from where I lived. His grandson got kidnapped in Rome, and the kidnappers demanded a $12 million ransom. And the film basically follows the antics and the shenanigans within the Getty household. We see the grandson's mother, Getty's private investigator, and it's a good movie. It's a good movie, and it seems to be fairly accurate in its portrayal. I also took a look at Wes Anderson's The Fantastic Mr. Fox. I've really grown to love this director, and this movie is a great little piece of animation about the Fox family being hounded by these three farmers, and the voices, well, they've got the best in the business, basically. Meryl Streep, who plays Mrs. Fox, and George Clooney, who plays Mr. Fox, and one of the baddies is Michael Gambon. It's so easy to watch, delightful animation, not just for kids, and get and see it. Wes Anderson, an A1 director. Okay, that's vlog finished for